Okay, jolly good. I think a couple of people have emailed me to say they're going to be a little late, so we'll get cracking because we've got quite a bit to get through today, as always. And I thought I've tried to leave space for reading the last couple of chapters of Crimen and Barcelona. I thought it would be good to finish with finish reading the book by actually reading at least one chapter of it. So we'll aim to do that. So famous.
Eric, before we start, I don't know about anybody else, but I seem to be getting an awful lot of interference, fuzzy noising in the background, makes it hard to hear you. Can we all mute, please?
Yeah, let's everybody mute themselves, and we'll see how that goes. We'll go on from there. It's all gone very quiet for me, so I'm not sure if that's working for everybody else. Yeah, we're good to go. So we've got the usual mix of things. I thought we wouldn't bother with the two verbs this week, but we've got a little bit on prepositions, which isn't very long today, and I think it's pretty straightforward today. So let's see how we get along. The first thing we had was let's start with the homework and see how we got on with that. I am getting a funny echo of my own voice. I don't know if anybody else is suffering from such things, but let's see. Okay, let's go down the line. Jill, how did you get on with exercise 1? Still on mute, don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try again. Oh dear. Vengo de casa de Juana. Ven a casa esta noche. Van a ir a Calpe este verano. Desde aquí se ve muy bien la obra. No mires hacia abajo, tú puedes marear. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going well so far.
Del instituto a mi casa hay más de 10 kilómetros.
Sí.
Ánimo, tienes que llegar hasta la meta.
A la meta.
Okay.
I mean, hasta and a often interchangeable. A la meta.
¿A dónde hay que llegar? Oh, I don't know. I don't know now whether that's right. Hasta el árbol que está en la esquina.
See, hasta was the right answer in the book.
Okay.
A and hasta are very similar in their use. So there are certain instances certainly where it doesn't make a lot of difference. Well done, Jill. That was good. Any queries on that, or everybody happy?
What was the number 8, please? Can you repeat that? Hasta,
hasta donde hay que llegar. Hasta el árbol que está en la esquina.
It's the first asta got me. I mean, asta or hacia on the second one, I think to me, it's either you're walking towards it or you get there, you know. But the first one, I don't understand that, please. Why it's asta rather than a.
Yes, I put
I had
that.
a.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I've got that.
Everybody's got a, have they?
Yeah.
Let me,
I thought it would always be a donde.
Yeah. See,
you can have a dead on day.
head on it, yeah. True.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
What were we? Well,
To
111.
where do you have to go?
First one, yeah. Make sure I've got the right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, I mean, the
Are you
answers.
still answering the other one? Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was just looking up in
Oh,
the
right, yeah,
in the
okay.
book
Yeah.
where what the answer was. Asta is specified as the correct answer.
Okay.
Hasta donde hay que llegar. So
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check. I'll. Have you got another question, Maggie?
Yeah, why in the number 7, why is it a and not hacia? Because is it about moving towards a goal?
Yeah.
Is that how
Yeah.
it translates?
Yeah. Reaching the goal. Yeah.
So I saw that as, you know, moving towards something.
Uh-huh.
So why is hacia not right?
I think it is right, actually, because it means to achieve a goal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in some of the in some of these cases, they did say, or the book said that there were, you know, a couple of instances where it was fine to use a couple of different prepositions. Either was okay, but the answers in these were quite specific, and I agree that it could be, you know, it sounds as if it could be either. So I think I need to sort of double check whether that's the whether that's the case as well.
Eric, I've got a Spanish book, and it's one of the uses of hacia is to strive towards a goal.
So it'll depend on whether you're saying strive towards or reach.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
With reach it would be at, and with strive towards
or to achieve. Yeah, but it's to go towards achieving a goal.
It's happier.
Yeah, hacia.
Yeah.
They're a bit grey.
So hacia indicates a direction. So, I mean, you could argue that that's it, but a indicates a destination.
Yeah.
So, destination is your goal, but the direction, I suppose, you know, it's a grey line. I mean, I don't think we need to beat ourselves up in this instance as to which, you know, I think we're arguing about angels balancing on the pin.
Eric, can I come back to 8? I understand now actually, because Asta in my book says one of the things is as far as. So, you know, so that does make sense, Asta, in that context, from how far as far as you've got to go, you're then saying until you get to the trees. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that now.
Okay, good.
But if in number 8 you translated the first part as where must we get to, then could you use a?
From where? Do you have to go?
So to where must we get?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then the answer comes as far as the tree.
Yeah. So you think it could be a donde?
Yeah, depending on where you thought what you thought you were translating from.
Yeah. I'll ask my Spanish teacher next Monday and drop it into the answers for next week.
I always thought the taxi driver said, "Stay adonde." Where do you want to go?
Adonde, yeah. To where? Adonde. But I suppose you could say hasta el hotel, couldn't you, Bryn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, exercise 2. Ken, do you want to have a crack at these?
Don't keep score, please.
Don't keep score, did you say?
No.
All right.
Right. Nos puede llevar a la estación. Yeah?
Yeah, if you get them all right, do you want me to keep the score?
Well,
because you got 100% so far.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Nosotros pedimos nada hacia la orilla.
Asta is the yeah.
Well, again, I was saying, do you want to swim towards the shore?
Well, I think, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? If you're translating that.
That's how I read it, yeah.
But I translate. I think the book translates that. Do you want to swim to the bank, or you can swim to the bank?
Okay, so I understand.
In that case, you would have to say Asta.
I understand.
Eric, would it also mean Asta because you swim as far as the shore?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You could say you can swim as far as the shore. Yeah.
I used for that one. I used dare because I was thinking of swimming from the shore.
All right. Okay. So you're going out.
Yeah, I was going in a different direction. Well, it wasn't really clear from the sense which way you were meant to go.
No.
Yeah.
I read it a couple of times before I decided which one to use.
Yeah.
So I agree. Slightly ambiguous, that sentence.
Okay. So number 3, este autobús no llega a el centro.
Yeah.
Again, to the center.
Yeah, that would be al centro.
Yes. Yeah.
No, the answer here was hasta el is fine or al is fine. It was one of these where they said it doesn't make any difference.
Okay. Para ver esa esteral hay que mirar hacia el este. Now, my geography is not very good. I think it goes towards the east, but you might tell me it comes from the east. Towards
hacia el este or al este is the book says. So it was happy with either of those.
Yeah. Now, de Santiago a Lima hay una buena carretera.
Yeah. Desde was optional.
sorry, is that optional, de and a?
De and desde, either are correct.
Okay, thank you.
But it only specified a liba.
Okay. Number
Not
6.
hasta. Mhm.
Okay. Number 6. El elbow flui desde el este. East. Este. El este. Desde.
Hacia.
Hacia.
No, that's what I was saying. I don't know whether it flows from or towards.
Yeah,
I thought-
I'd have thought I'm not sure where the Ebro is. Well, I know it's in Portugal, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd have thought it flowed to the west to go and say. I thought everything drained.
Yeah, so from, hence I put from, doesn't
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it said hacia.
it? I think I get 2 points for that.
Yeah,
Sure. Number 7, de aquí a casa de Lola hay solo 10 kilómetros.
de aquí. What was the second one?
A
Casa. Yeah. They're fine. Desde or de, hasta or a is perfectly good.
Okay. Number 8.
Yep.
¿Cuántos kilómetros hay a Valencia?
Yeah, again, we've got an option, so hasta or a is fine.
Number 9. ¿De dónde vienes desde una conferencia sobre las mayas? So it's
De
and des. De and de.
Yeah. De dónde vienes? De una conferencia.
Okay. I had desde there, but here you go.
Yeah, desde.
From. I've just come from a conference.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think it's a crying matter.
So
Number 10. Sorry.
Days indicates the initial point of a journey.
Okay.
Desde indicates the initial point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's. You would have thought it would be optional there.
Yeah.
You need the de because the importance thing there is not the journey, but the fact he's coming from the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So it says, what did it say? Don't use desde, when the important thing is the place of origin, not the journey. Yeah, so days right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Good point, Happy. Well done.
Good one, thank you. Number
That's great.
10.
Yep.
Desde aquí arriba no se oye nada.
Hang on.
Desde.
See?
And last one is como se va a el estadio.
Al estadio.
Al, yeah.
Al. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
I make that 11, or I make that 12 because I got 2 for that question about the Ilba.
I wasn't keeping score, Ken. You told me not to keep score. I think you did all right there.
Okay, thank you.
So some of these are really really testing questions. Fine points where you've got to say you've not only got to know which direction the Ebro flows, but analyse the grammar quite carefully. Okay, I can hear a very nice tune. Is that Prince Mobile or something like that? Exercise 3. Now we had some little illustrations here. I've not put these on the screen.
Illustrations.
I didn't really have a new room for that. Apple, would you have a crack at these for me, please?
Okay. Hay una foto en el piano.
Yeah. Now, the book said sobre.
Sobre.
And I thought en el piano was the answer. And I did ask my Spanish teacher about this, and she gave me a very complicated answer about being above and being on, and I after that I thought it should be en, but the book says sobre, so I sort of agree with you. I would always say en el piano if it's something on the piano.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. Bibiana está con su madre y su padre.
Entre.
Entre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So she, I mean, yeah, she is with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought was yeah.
Now that's me not reading the list properly.
Yeah.
Colon. There.
Colon.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
But I can see why you put that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Asunción está en Paraguay.
It is.
Hay un kiosco de flores a la puerta de los almacenes.
That's right. Yeah.
Number 5. Tuerce por la primera a la izquierda.
Yep.
Number 6. Hay unas nubes sobre la pueblo.
See. Yep.
Costa Rica está entre Nicaragua y Panamá.
Yeah.
And solo hay 2 alumnos en el aula.
Yep. In the classroom. Yep. Perfect. So I mean, I still think number 1, it could be en. I've always used sobre as meaning above, so I was quite confused about that, and I reread the rule a few times, and that just really reinforced my thinking. And in fact, you know, in the pictures in the book, they have a picture of a table with a cross on it, and it says en la mesa. But they also have a picture of some things on top of the television, and it says sobre el televisor. So I think probably either would, you know, in real life, either would be understood. I don't perfectly well.
Okay.
Yes, who was asking me a question? Is it Ken or? You've muted yourself, Ken.
The Collins book clearly sort of says sobre is on it, you know, on the bed, put it on the table,
Yeah,
on the Shakespeare. So they don't give the option. It's either on or about, is the Collins view. There you go. There you go.
and that's for sobre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put sobre.
On the back. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, sobre is fine.
Yeah.
But if I was speaking, I would say en. I might just ask you know, a Spaniard about how that's being used. So it's always useful to get a native speaker involved, isn't it? I think. So let's do that. I'll come back. It's
Eric,
yes, Mangala.
what is the difference between sobre and encima?
Encima.
Sobre is above, about, on, and encima should be, one should be touching something, isn't it? The object you're saying, what is it on? It should be touching, and other can be hovering above like the other one, nubes sobre el pueblo. They're not touching it, they are sort of over it.
Mhm.
So when do you use enzima and sobre?
Well, sobre certainly for on. Have we done enzima? Did we do that last week?
We did it last.
No, we haven't done enzima yet, I don't think.
I thought you said we did.
Enzima
Enzima de
mes.
upon.
Yeah.
Enzima, you said it was upon. No? Sorry.
That's it. That's in this week's. Yeah. So I mean, this week's preposition 3, we are doing enzima de, and that is that's certainly, that's, you know, on the table, on the chairs, are the examples given for that. So it seems very much like
sobre.
So yeah, sobre.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
What does
So
your
not much difference.
what does your book say about enzima, Ken? Your Collins book. Is that giving the same meaning?
At the top of.
At the top of.
At top of.
At top of.
So one's one's a bit absolute, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Would you?
I think that these are all, you know,
Yeah.
very, very similar.
Yeah.
Hairs breadth between them.
Would you use sobre if you were saying, if you were using about, like a book about an animal or something like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would, yeah. But it's yeah. Okay, I'll try to clear up this grey area. I suspect the grey area is I suspect it's just grey, and there's not much we'll do about it. And we're not a million miles apart. I mean, in English we have, you know, examples where we have 2 or 3 different words, which is basically the same thing, and we don't worry too much about it. I suspect it's the same in Spanish, but I will double check. I was doing a test last night with my Spanish teacher, and I was having to use prepositions in that, and in several I was saying de or desde, and I was saying, you know, I want to say de, and she said that's right, and I said could be desde. She said yeah, good, doesn't matter. So there was there's a lot of blurring around prepositions, but I think as long as we get the principles ones right, you know, from and towards and things like that, we're not going to be far wrong. Okay, great. So we're gonna crack on with puedes decir. So let's have a look at this. Puedes decir lo contrario de these 5 words: extrovertido, nervioso, triste, trabajador y majo. Susan, how are you on your opposites?
I'm good at guessing. Introvertido,
See?
calma or tranquillo.
Extrovert. The opposite to extrovert would be.
I said introvertido.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, introvert. Yeah, bang on. Nervioso would be.
Que calma.
Calmo. Yeah. Did you say tranquilo?
Sí.
I thought you had to say that. Yeah, good, good.
Triste,
Triste.
alegre.
Muy bien. Yeah.
Trabajado. Perezoso, lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy
Excellent.
one.
Yeah. Hang on.
What does majo mean?
Good looking.
Good looking. Well, feo. Okay.
Feo. Yeah. Good. Wonderful. There's obviously quite a few options. Introvertido or timido for extrovert. Susan got calmo, tranquilo, sereno, pacifico. Triste, alegre is fine, or feliz, or contento. Trabajador, perezoso is good. Desocupado means unemployed, really. And malo or fail is good. So useful exercise in puedes decir 6 objetos que encuentras en una papelería. Una papelería, of course, is a stationer's shop. So, Maggie, you've got the. I tell you what, I really struggled to think of 6 objects in English that I'd find in the stationer's.
In stationers.
Yeah, go on. See how you can.
And I have papele.
You can have papel, yes.
Libros.
Yeah,
libros, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Bolígrafo.
Sí, bolígrafo.
Bolígrafo. I can't think. I can't think of the word for magazine.
Revista.
Revistas.
Revista. How many is that now?
Revistas. I think that's 4.
4. Las cartas.
Cards, yeah. Can you think of another word for a pen?
Oh,
I should be able to, shouldn't I? It's not pen art, is it?
It would be nice if it was penno, wouldn't it? Yeah.
No, I can't. I
No.
can't. I know there is one. I can't think what that is.
Okay, well, Maggie's done quite well there with 5.
Lapis.
Brendy, who said lapis?
Me, Jill.
Lapis. Yeah, lapis is pencils, yeah.
Oh.
Bolígrafo.
We've had that one, Bren.
I will try.
Yeah.
Cuadernos.
Perdón, Mangala?
Cuadernos.
Cuadernos.
Yeah.
Notebooks, yeah.
Notebooks, yeah.
Yeah.
La tinta.
Tinta, ink, yeah. That's a good old-fashioned one.
What's that? Sorry.
Tinta, ink.
Oh, ink.
Vacarías.
What do you say there, Mangala?
Vacarías.
Cabeas.
Diaries.
Diarios, see. So this was
Sobres.
this was the list that
La
I ended up
goma.
with.
Goma.
Gomas
Goma.
of rubbers, yeah.
Sobre. Envelope.
Yeah, got that.
We've got that.
Yeah, that's
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Got it.
on the list, yeah.
La tinta.
So engrapadora was a stapler, and las grapas were staples. a hole punch, perforador. I ended up going through my drawer in my desk, looking what I'd got, and I had no idea what a hole punch was. I had to look it up. I had the opportunity to have a good rummage through my desk drawer to find all these items. Not quite all of them, but most of them. Okay, so the final one we have is puedes decir 5 nacionalidades europeas. How did you get on with this one, Mangala?
Yeah. English,
Yes. Yeah.
Espanol,
So we're talking Spanish, yeah?
yeah.
Español.
Espanol, yeah.
Yeah, español.
Francés,
Francés, muy bien.
Italiano,
Italiano, sí.
Portugués,
Portugués, sí.
Alemán.
Alemán, yeah. Oh, you've definitely got 5 there. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got a list of these.
Oh my God.
It's quite a long list of the country name and the nationality. The nationality does sometimes change between masculine and feminine. So an English woman would be inglesa. So it's worth knowing 1 or 2 of those. But what I'll do is I'll send this around to everybody. I couldn't be bothered typing it all out or scanning it and putting it on the PowerPoint. It'd be too small to see. So we'll send that round to everybody, and you can look at your leisure. Okay, so no verbs this week. We've done all of these in green, so we're well on course with these. So let's move on. Sorry, we've done. Have we done? I don't think we've done this year, have we?
Yes, we have.
Oh, have we?
Digo, he says.
See, yeah. Okay. All right. I'll cross this year off.
Y pregunta. Espero.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have done this year. We haven't done preguntar, a question, but we have done pedir, a request. Is that right?
Not sure.
Okay, I've got this year crossed off one list, but not on PowerPoint. So I'll make that change. Well spotted. So we're on to week 3 of prepositions. And we've got another list here that's coming out of my book. And this week, I thought it was a bit more straightforward this week. These are all prepositions describing the relationship between one object and another, including people, animals, as well as objects. Let's run through them, and we'll do prepositions for homework as well. I think the homework is very useful in teasing out the minutiae of these things. It's a bit of a challenge, but I think it's quite useful. And having raged at it, you can perhaps remember it a little bit better. So encima de or debajo de mean upon or below. Por ejemplo, no dejéis nada encima de las sillas. Don't put anything on the chairs. Enrique guarda sus juguetes debajo de la cama. Enrique keeps his toys under the bed. So encima de, upon, and upon and on in English, there's no difference at all, really, is there? Is there? I don't think there is. The examples here were on the chairs or on the tables, so N would substitute, I think, perfectly well for that. I'll see what they say in the questions. So, encima de, debajo de, dentro de, fuera de, significan inside y outside. Por ejemplo, el abrigo está dentro del armario. The coat is inside the wardrobe. Te has dejado la leche fuera de la nevera. You have left the milk outside of the fridge. Dentro de, fuera de. No, we do need the de, so we don't get encima, debajo, dentro, fuera without the de. They're needed. And the same for cerca de, lejos de, que significan near to and far from. Por ejemplo, Rosa vive cerca del centro. Rosa lives close to the center, town center. El estadio está lejos de aquí. The stadium is far from here. Okay. And obviously, if it's de el, it gets apocryphated to del. So that goes without saying. Frente a or en frente de, meaning opposite, in front of. So Aurelio vive en frente de un parque. Aurelio lives opposite a park. We have junto a or al lado de, meaning at the side of or next to. Por ejemplo, hay una papelería junto a la academia. There's a station next to the academy. And alrededor de significan around. So hay muchas tiendas alrededor de la plaza. There are many shops around the square. I think these are more straightforward than the other ones, aren't they? There's fewer subtle nuances. Delante de, detrás de, in front of and behind. Por ejemplo, no me dejas ver. Estás siempre delante del televisor. I can't see, you're not letting me see. You're always in front of the television. And both of these would also go with the personal pronouns, me, ti, ella, etc. So, te vi delante de mí en la calle. I saw you in front of me in the street. Debes haber estado detrás de ella en la cola. You have to be behind her in the queue. So that's pretty straightforward. Spend some time looking at this. We'll do the homework on prepositions again, and there are 3 exercises, including one with lots of pictures again. So I like pictures. So we can have a crack at that.
Eric.
For homework. Yeah.
Eric,
Yes,
what's
Jill.
the translation of that last one then? You, debes haber estado.
Debes haber estado detrás de ella
Yeah.
en la cola.
You ought to have been.
You should have been behind her in the queue.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Good. Any questions, comments on those? Anybody got some useful insights into how the Spanish use these or such like? I know we've got a few regular Spanish visitors to Spain, so it's always good to get. Brendan's generally got an insight into something that happened to him in a bar, haven't you?
I wouldn't use the last one in a crowded bar because queuing is a very English thing.
Yes. Yeah, well, their word for a queue is a tail. And they do tend to just, I mean, I don't think that's just a particularly Spanish thing. The worst nationality for queuing in my experience is the Germans and the Austrians. They just don't have any idea of the concept, but maybe I'm doing them a disservice. So let's take a look at our book, should we? Crimen en Barcelona. So we've reached chapters 59 and 60. So the ending is all wrapped up, and I do like a happy ending. I was fairly happy with this ending. Well, I did think Lena got off a bit lightly. I think she fluttered her eyes at the appeal court judge and got off with 5 years. I thought she should have had a bit longer than that, but anyway, there we are. So let's take a look at. We might have time to do both chapters. It would be good. I've quite enjoyed this book. I think it's been useful. It's and quite instructive. It's given me a little bit of extra vocab and some good practice on grammar too. So I think it's been quite useful. So should we? Paul, would we ask you to? Is your microphone working today, Paul? You're on mute, so I get.
Is it? Can you tell me?
Wow, yeah, gosh, that's loud. That's loud and clear. That's
Sorry.
that's fine. We can't complain about that. So, Paul, if you read, and who we got that's not done anything? Apple, you've done something, have you already? Have you? Yes, you have. No. Bryn's done something. Rona, would you be able to translate? No, you don't. Julie.
Eric.
Sorry.
Do it if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Is that Linda?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful, Linda. Why don't you do the translation? Yeah. So, Paul, would you read the first paragraph? We'll do it in 2 chunks.
Después del juicio por el crimen en Barcelona, Valeres Erlines llama a una reunión de directorio. El objetivo de la reunión es elegir al CEO definitivo de la empresa para los próximos años. Es la primera reunión de directorio sin Enrique. A todos les resulta extraño no verlo más en la empresa, pero deberán acostumbrarse. Enrique pasará los próximos 35 años en la cárcel.
Muy bien. Okay, Linda, over to you.
Okay, good. After following the trial for the crime in Barcelona, Arles Airlines called a meeting of the directors. The objective of the meeting was to choose the definitive CEO of the company for the next few years. It was the first meeting of the directors without Enrique. Everyone finds it strange not to see him there in the company, but they will have to get used to it because he will spend the next 35 years in prison.
Yes, good thing too. Thank you, Linda. Bang on. And Mangala, you've done something already, haven't you, Mangala? I'm trying to share the tasks out. So, Julie, you've been sitting there very quietly. So, would you read the rest of the page? And Tony, would you be able to? Nice to see you, Tony. Would you be able to translate? Okay, when you're ready, Julie.
Okay. La reunión de directorio duró apenas 20 minutos. Aldo fue el encargado de liderar la reunión. Hizo una breve introducción y luego realizaron la votación. Nuevamente, todos los ejecutivos eligieron al Aldo como el CEO de Alares Airlines. Esta vez como CEO definitivo de la compañía. Aldo dio un breve discurso de agradecimiento. Luego todos los presentes fueron hablando frente al resto del equipo ejecutivo de la compañía. Todos felicitaron a Aldo por su cargo. Finalmente, Aldo cerró la reunión con estas palabras. Gracias a todos por confiar en mí y gracias a mi Padre que me guía desde el cielo. Les aseguro que seguiré haciendo lo mejor posible para que Alares Airlines se mantenga en lo más alto.
Good, thank you. You got some tongue twisters there.
I did, didn't I?
Well done. Well done, Julie. Yes. Tony, how's your translation?
The directors' meeting lasted barely 20 minutes. Aldo chaired the meeting, was in charge, i.e. chaired the meeting. He made a brief introduction and later had a vote. Again, all the executives chose Aldo as the CEO of Aleres Airlines. This time as the absolute CEO of the company, i.e. wasn't sharing it, I guess, that's what it means.
Yeah.
Aldo gave a brief speech in gratitude. Later, all those present were talking at the front with the rest of the executive of the company, executive team of the company.
Good, good.
All complimented Aldo on his position or office. Finally, Aldo closed the meeting with these words: "Thank you all for your confidence in me, and gratitude to my father, who is guiding me from above, or from heaven."
Let me show you.
I assure you, you could say, I assure you that I will keep doing the best possible for Aleres Airlines, so that it stays at the top.
Yep, good. Well done, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, so we've just got to wrap everything up here. Chapter 60. Beryl, hi Beryl. But nice to see you got back from Cambridge. I can't believe you pedalled. Beryl wasn't with us last week because you were cycling. She told me she was cycling to Cambridge. Did you come back on the train or?
No, we cycled back. But the idea was save on the journey and splurge on the hotel.
Oh, right. Okay. It's only about a tenner to get to Cambridge on the train.
Well, actually, for senior citizens, it's free on the bus.
On the bus, is it?
Yeah.
Only if you got a bus pass. You need a bus pass, don't you? You need to apply for a bus pass.
You'll have a bus pass, Eric.
I haven't. No, I've
a man of your age.
I've never. I do qualify. You're quite right, but I've never got round to applying for one. Beryl, would you be okay reading?
Yes.
And Suzanne, would you? Are you okay to translate?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, super. Thank you. Just the first paragraph.
First paragraph. Okay. Ya pasaron 5 años desde el juicio por el crimen en Barcelona. Hace un año, Lina consiguió que la dejaran en libertad. Después de mucho trabajo, sus abogados lograron demostrar que Lina solo fue cómplice del crimen. Se comprobó que ella no tuvo nada que ver con la muerte de Felipe. Enrique, en cambio, no tuvo tanta suerte. Él aún sigue en prisión y seguirá ahí por otros 30 años. Ahora dedica todo su tiempo a levantar pesas en el gimnasio de la cárcel.
He sounds happy. Lorna's been joined by a cat. Suzanne.
Okay. Already 5 years had passed since the trial of the crime in Barcelona. A year ago, Lena, she got released or got her freedom back. After a lot of work, her lawyers managed to prove that Lena was only an accomplice to the crime. They proved that she didn't have anything. I've translated it as to do with his death, with Felipe's death, but ver means to see. So I thought,
Yeah.
Enrique, on the other hand, has no such luck. He is still in prison and will be there for another 30 years. Now he dedicates all his time to lifting weights in the gym of the prison.
He's going to be as fit as a fiddle when he gets out, isn't he? Although I suppose I could have spent lockdown lifting weights, but I've spent lockdown lifting biscuits to my mouth instead. So definitely not following Enrique's example. So let's look at the last part. Lorna, would you do us the honour of finishing the book? And Shanta, good to see you. Are you okay to translate?
I'll try.
Okay, super.
Alares Erlines está en su mejor momento. La administración de Aldo es excelente. En pocos meses logró reducir gastos en varios millones de euros el año. La aerolínea ahora tiene vuelos a Asia y a Latinoamérica. La vida personal de Aldo también es un éxito. Hace un año se casó de su novia de toda la vida y ahora esperan su primer hijo. Ana y Miguel siguen en pareja, tan enamorados como el primer día. Con sus ahorros compraron una casa más grande en Valencia. Después de 3 años en pareja, decidieron adoptar un hijo y formar una familia.
Okay. Alaris Airlines was in its best moment now. The administration of Aldo was excellent. In few months, they managed to reduce the expenses of various millions or quite a few millions of euros per annum. The airline now has got flights from Asia and Latin America. The life of the personal life of Aldo is also a big success. Since 1 year, he has been married to his girlfriend, and his life has been, and they're expecting their the first baby, a first son.
Yeah.
Anna and Miguel continue to be a pair, and they're so much in love as they were on the very first day. And now they have managed to buy a house, a big house in Valencia. And after 3 years, the pair have decided to adopt a son to form a family.
Yeah, yeah. son or a child, I guess that could be. It's just a child.
Our male son, our male child.
Yeah, I mean, he always said son, but if you use it in that sense, it could just be a child. Anyway, well done. That's good. I really enjoyed that book. I thought it was pretty good, and I'm thinking that maybe we should have a crack at another one. I don't know whether we'll finish with the conversation book for the next couple of weeks to the end of things, but we'll I don't know if people want to have a go at reading something during the summer break. Does anybody?
Yes.
Is anybody up for that, or do you just want to forget Spanish for 6 weeks? And what's the thinking? We do have another book that I could suggest, which is also by Paco Ardin, and it's called Amor online. And it's about online dating. So I've read a little bit of it, and it's similar level to the last one. It seems to have a pretty good story. So if you fancy doing that, I'll send the details round, and we can read it to ourselves during the summer, and I'll just fire a few emails round. We can talk about it via emails if you fancy doing that. Yeah. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Super. I'm also thinking about next year and what we do next year. So I'm trying to formulate a few ideas, and perhaps I can discuss those with you next week. Just to get your feedback. I'm interested in. I'm presuming, with Savid Javid in charge. He's gonna open everything, but I want to know how you feel about that, and I guess we do have to make a decision fairly soon, because I'll need to let Copeland Centre know. I think it'd be great to get back together and meet as a class. I've really missed that. It's much harder to do this online than it is in class. But I don't want people to feel vulnerable or at risk. So I guess we just have to keep a slightly open mind for a little bit longer. So I'm thinking about how we meet again. I'd be interested in getting your feedback on that, but also about what we do. I've sort of got Spanish Basic and Spanish Plus, and Spanish Plus was really to sort of get people up to a certain standard to be able to order a drink and book a hotel room, that kind of thing. Ask what time the train arrives, and so on and so forth. And then I envisaged that Spanish Plus would sort of take on from there, and take people from sort of A1 level through A2 to B1. And I think a few of you are probably already in B1. I don't know what Claire's doing with Spanish Improvers class. I'm assuming that she'll start up, but I'll check with her and see whether she's got vacancies, because I think some of you might, if I go a couple of steps back, you'd be going over stuff you already know, which in some cases is quite a good thing, but in other cases it can be a bit dull. So I'll outline what we plan to do next year, and I'll also check where Claire is on her course as well. And so we'll maybe we can have a chat about that next week or the week after. Okay, be great to get your ideas and your thoughts. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll send notes round and some homework, and we'll meet again.
Yes.
I do know where, and I do know when. It'll be on Zoom.
Thank you.
It'll be next Tuesday at 1:30. Okay. Ciao, everybody.
Okay.
Ciao.
Cheers, cheers, sorry. Cheers, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.